Good morning, everybody. How you doing? This is Alex with the Linux Tube. Today, we're coming at you guys with a subscriber suggested review of Rocky Linux 9.0, codenamed Blue Onyx. So let's go ahead and do that. And here's the web page. You can find it at RockyLinux.org. It is fork of CentOS. Here it is. When you click on the About, it tells you history. It all started with a blog comment. On December 8th, 2020, Red Hat announced that they would discontinue the development of CentOS, which has been a production-ready downstream version of Red Hat Enterprise Linux, or RHEL, in favor of a newer upstream development variant of the operating system known as CentOS Stream. In response, original founder CentOS Gregory Kurtzer announced via a comment on the CentOS website that he would again start a project to achieve the original goals of CentOS. Its name was chosen as a tribute to early CentOS co-founder Rocky McGaw. On December 12th, the code repository of Rocky Linux had become the top trending repository on GitHub. December 22nd, 2020, Rocky Linux announced that the target for an initial release was going to be between March and May of 2021. On January 2021, it was announced that the test repository was made available to the public by the end of February, and a release candidate was on target for March 2021. However, that date was slightly pushed back, and April of 2021, the first release candidate was officially released. The second release candidate, which is known as version 8.4, the last before the stable release, which was the 8.6, I believe, was released on January 4th, 2021. On June 2021, the stable release of Rocky Linux 8.4, so it was 8.4, was released, the codename Green Obsidian. And now they have released recently Blue Onyx, which is the 9.0. So if you go over here to this tab, if you look at the top where it says documentation, right? The documentation on this is absolutely outstanding. If you go down here to the guides and manuals and you click on there, it's going to take you to, the welcome to Rocky Linux documentation, right? Which is basically going to explain on how to navigate around the site, how to do multiple languages, using the search on the site. But most importantly, go down here to this first time section, and in it, you're going to find installing Rocky Linux page. So if you click on that, or the link to it actually, if you click on it, it'll take you to the installing the Rocky Linux 9.0. And if you look over here on the left hand side, you got the guides home, and then you've also got where if you decided to do the 8.6, which was the last one before they upgraded to 9, it'll give you the walkthrough on there as well. But we did the Rocky Linux 9, and this is basically what I followed and just reading, briefly when I installed it onto my virtual machine here. And in this virtual machine, I gave it 4 gigs of RAM and 6 of my 12 processors. So, I gave it plenty of horsepower, and also storage. I gave it 20 gigabytes. So it's got plenty to do this demo for you guys. And so, but anyhow, this you can follow all the way down to the end. It tells you about everything on how to install it. And basically that is, in a nutshell, all the documentation that you will need as a new to Linux user on installing this. And any other questions you may have, obviously, you can use the search button to find whatever it is you need, or maybe you can just do Google search briefly to find what else that it is that you're looking for. So at any instance, we're going to go ahead and switch over and take a look at the actual Rocky Linux in the virtual machine. And so here we are, we're in the virtual machine. So you click on your user, and of course you do your strong and top secret password to log in. Here we are. This is what you're greeted with. This is the GNOME version of Rocky Linux 9.0. And this is what you're greeted with when you log in. Very typical of the GNOME 4.0. Let's go ahead and give a click, go to settings, and go all the way down to the bottom and get a history. So here we are, Rocky Linux. As you can see, it's on my virtual machine, the QEMU virtual machine KVM module. You see I got 7 gigs of RAM here, 6 cores of my AMD Ryzen, 21 gigs or 20 gigs of operating space. It's the OS is Rocky 9.0 Blue Onyx, 64-bit with the GNOME 40 version on it, and of course it's using Wayland on it. So going ahead and take a look at the settings menu. It's your typical standard GNOME settings where you got your network, Bluetooth. You can change your background. Let's go to the background, see what they've got. Oh, they've got some. They only got a few, but they're pretty nice actually. Like this one's kind of nice, kind of bright for me, but that's okay when you have a dark theme. If you have a dark theme, you do want to have a bright background. Well, not bright, but a light background, a lighter background, because it adds a lot of contrast, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. That's pretty nice. And then of course you got your multitasking, your different applications that you can do different things with, assign different things to do or settings in them. So there's that. Now, this is the typical GNOME 40 version here. So if you click on activities over here, it opens up where you can choose between your virtual desktops. It comes with 2 of them right out the box, and also your task manager down below, or your app launcher down below, along with your applications menu. Or say you just click on the desktop, you could always hit the mod key or the Windows key, and it'll pull this up as well. Pinned, you have Firefox. It's got your Nautilus file manager. It's got your software center, which if we click on it, it's definitely going to be, yeah, the way it was populating. It's definitely Snap Store. Sorry, I'm just looking at it. Just wow, Snap Store. As you can tell, see how slow it was to kind of load and populate. That's Snaps for you. I'm not hating on Snaps in any way, shape, or form. I don't use them. I hear people have hate for them, but it's opinions, and that's people are very opinionated with things, and it is what it is. Ubuntu has gone to pretty much just using snaps. A lot of people and Ubuntu has millions of users. A lot of people like snaps because they certainly haven't left Ubuntu because of snaps. And so it meets their needs. A lot of people just want to be able to install a application that they want to use or need to use and click on it and it runs, and Snap does that. They don't care about speed or anything in the sense of it being containerized in any way, shape, or form. They just use it. So I'm okay with snaps. As you see, you can click through, like work. This is going to have your LibreOffice and all that good jazz, and anything else that you want to have. As you see, how it's got the little check marks on it, those are the ones that are installed right out of the box. So if you want to install it, you just simply, we'll go with Vim. Click on it. It opens up to the next tile, which you click on install, and it's going to install. And it's preparing to I guess it's downloading it right now and installing apparently as well. So now if you click on open, it should open. And voila, there you go. You've got GVim open, which is it's a text editor, by the way. So anyhow, that's it. If you want to remove it, you should be able to click on it and remove it. Right here on the delete. And uninstall. And now it's going to uninstall it. You give it your root password. And now we go back. It's not in there at all. It's not installed. There was no check mark. And that's basically the use of the App Store for it. When you click on this, it doesn't come with a lot. This is really what it comes with. I did not install anything. You saw me. I just installed GVim and uninstalled GVim. This is what it comes with right out of the box. It comes with Evolution, which is an email client. Then you've got LibreOffice install, Cell Troubleshooter, a tour, calculator, text editor, settings application to adjust your settings, your system monitor. Under utilities, you have the disk usage analyzer. You got GNOME disks, the image viewer, document viewer, which is like a PDF viewer, your screenshot tool, fonts and logs. It comes with Cheese to take pictures with the camera if you have a webcam or a external camera. Videos for playing videos, which is also, it's Totem. When you look at it, it is basically Totem. And I believe if you go to help, Yep, video is also known as Totem. It explains that it was Totem. What is kind of cool though is you go up here to your channels, and it's got like uh, live streaming channels that you can stream from. Like for Apple movie trailers, you click on it and it shows you different Apple movie trailers that you can stream. But that's if you're, like I said, this is for people that use their computer for the, entertainment stuff like that. Or, this is, the everyday new to Linux user that's coming over from Windows. And, they do a lot with their multimedia centers over there and stuff. But either way, this is Rocky Linux in a nutshell. There is not a whole lot to really go over because it's not bloated in any way, shape, or form. It's very much so a distribution that is lightweight, snappy. Like the ISO files only like 2 gigs, not which is standard size, but it doesn't have a lot of software in it. The it's designed for you to go to the Snap Store and install the apps that you or the programs that you use most, and just run with it, and not have to really go into terminal in any way, shape, or form, or to be familiar with doing any of that. I did download the minimal variant and test it out. It came with no desktop environment whatsoever. It was just simply the base packages where it didn't even come. I think it came with the tour, the settings, and that was about it. And I actually had to install the desktop environment onto it. Otherwise, it was just completely command line, like it would be like if you're doing, Gentoo and that kind of stuff. But at any instance, this is definitely an OS that I would recommend to a new to Linux user that does not come with a lot, and allows you to explore and install applications that would benefit you. It's very lightweight and minimal, so less confusing in that aspect. Because one of the things that as desktops came along until recently, a lot of them have become more minimal in that aspect, but they used to come with a lot. We used to make fun of Windows for being bloated, but Linux was getting to a point there where it was coming pretty bloated as well, comparatively to what it was in the beginning. But now it seems to be achieving that fine balance of still being Linux, but not having a lot of the bloat, because that's what a lot of us guys don't want. We don't want all that bloat. We want to be able to set it up the way we want to set it up. And so a lot of these developers have taken note of that, and kudos to them for that. So, but anyhow, that is Rocky Linux in a nutshell. If you guys have any comments, thoughts, or if you're a Rocky Linux user and you know something that I inadvertently omitted or didn't cover, please comment in the comments down below. Also, let me know what you thought of the video. And if you have any user suggestions like this user did, subscriber suggestions like this subscriber did, please, let me know. I'm happy to do this for you guys. I love you guys' interaction with me. I'm on here commenting all the time when people comment on my videos. I certainly take the criticism well, because you know what? I'm human. I make mistakes as anybody else. And so if I can do better, please tell me what I can do to make it better and make it a more positive experience for you guys. In any way, shape, or form, thank you so much for watching this video today. I greatly appreciate you. I'm so humbled for your guys' continued support of the channel. If you guys haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe. Also, visit us at the different social media platforms. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, also we're at patreon.com, the Linux Tube on all of them. And also I just launched a shop where you can buy some gear, some Linux Tube gear. It's called the linuxtube.shop. That's the URL. Go there and you can buy some gear. Mind you, I'm still building it. It takes a lot to build these stores, but you can get water bottles, coffee mugs, hats, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff for men, women, and children there. Stickers are coming soon. And I think I did 1 or 2 stickers, but there's more. Right now, it's just the Linux Tube logos and banner, but I'm going to be adding your favorite derivative of Linux logos and t-shirts there as well. So like you'll get, Arch Linux, or maybe I'll do some couple meme ones, that kind of stuff. I'll expand onto it as I get more time. But anyhow, yeah, visit the linuxtube.shop, please. Thanks. Once again, you guys have a great day and keep on Linuxing.